Hey everyone, welcome to Pithia's Prophecy Tarot. This is your full moon in Sagittarius reading. It's going to be a general reading and it is for all signs, okay? Sun, moon, rising and Venus. So if your sun sign doesn't resonate, do check your other placements. They will be general. And if it doesn't sound at all like your story, please don't force it to fit, okay? Just check back for the next reading. Okay, so let's start with Gemini. Gemini, what's the message here for you guys? Full moon in Sag. What's the message for Gemini? What is the message here for Gemini? Full moon in Sagittarius, message for Gemini. Full moon in Sagittarius. What is the message for Gemini? Message for Gemini, full moon in Sag. What's the message here for Gem? Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting. So some of these pictures are a little risky, so I can't really show them in YouTube, but you can see this card says joy and jubilation. Maybe you can see that. Okay, and it says the lady who waits at the bottom of the deck here. So let's get a couple of cards from here. What is the message of this full moon for Gemini? What's the message here for Gemini? We've got the Harlequin. True feelings are masked. Oh, interesting. And one more. The moon. You will be guided through darkness. Okay. And we've got hindrance. Fate has blocked this path for you. It's interesting, and we've got this lady who waits here, so it feels like Gemini, there's someone here. Now this could be you if you're the feminine energy. Someone's waiting, okay? They could feel like this path has been blocked. With joy and jubilation, it's almost giving me a Three of Cups, reconciliation sort of energy. There's a celebration, there's something going on, good times. Maybe someone's waiting for this even, okay? And with the Harlequin, it feels like, someone's masked their feelings, and maybe they're even feeling depressed, but they're putting on a bold face, like a brave face for this, in order to partake in some kind of celebration. It's very intriguing. Let's see, what is the message here for Gemini? Message of this full moon in Sagittarius for Gemini. What's the message? Two of Spears, Eight of Spears, and one more. Judgment. Wow. And we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. No, that's your card. Okay. So someone's at a crossroads here. They want to move forward. And with that, I did get the reconciliation energy. I think that's it. Okay. This person would like to reconcile with you. But they may feel like it's taking a long time, okay, because something's blocked. Maybe you guys have blocked each other. That's possible. Okay, let's see. Message for Gem. What's the message here for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? Why is the Two of Spears here for Gem? Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So there is a crossroads here, Gemini. Okay, someone could be, I think someone wants a long-term partnership, okay? But they could also be resisting family. This could go either way. They're at a crossroads. Let's see what this Eight of Spears is. Why is the Eight of Spears there? For Gem, why is the Eight of Spears? Oh, the Empress and Six of Swords. See, I feel this person, Gem, may have moved on from you. The Empress, with the Six of Swords, they now wish to communicate to you. I feel there's something that's happened here. You guys could have blocked each other. This person would like to make it up with you, okay? They want to make it up. Let's see, why is Judgment there? Oh, it's Five of Swords and one more. The Tower, yeah. With the Ten of Swords. So there was an ending between the two of you. With Judgment, this person realizes that they may have done something here, okay, with the Five of Swords. something a little nasty, a bit vindictive maybe. And with the Tower, I think they've had that massive realization that they did this, that they may have ended this connection, okay, or their actions. That's that hindrance. I feel you're coming up here as the Empress energy, the lady who waits, okay, or maybe this person is waiting to be with you, you know. Yeah, let's see. Pretty intriguing. Let's get a card on this joy and jubilation. Why is that there for Gemini? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this person wants to turn things around here. Let's look at the Harlequin. Why is that there? Ooh, we've got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this person is masking their feelings, Gemini. If you're someone in their past, they really miss you, okay? They're concealing just how much they miss you, just how drawn they are to the past, to memories of you. Let's look at the moon. What's the moon there? Six of Pentacles, yeah. This person is worried about whether you'll feel the same way. That's what I'm getting, okay? With Temperance, they want to make things right with you. So it's someone who has some kind of falling out. Okay, sorry, these are, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands there for Gemini? The Seven of Pentacles, yeah. I feel this person wants a long-term connection with you, okay? For some of you, it could be an ex-partner, okay, who wishes to reconnect. With that Seven of Pentacles, there's a lot of thought going into this. You know, let's look at the Empress. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? You're the one for this person with this Wheel of Fortune as well. You're the soulmate, you know, you're coming up as the Empress. We've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. This person could feel like this is fated, and maybe it is, okay? I think it may be fated. And so they want to move towards you. They want to make things right. Let's look at this Tower. Where's the Tower? There, the Emperor, yeah. I think you're the Empress, this person's the Emperor, okay? So this person is your counterpart, and it is fated by the looks of it, or at least this, I'm not saying that a relationship with this person is fated, but them coming towards you and expressing their feelings and making it up to you is fated, okay? Yeah, let's look at that Seven of Swords. What is that? Why is the Seven of Swords there? Yeah, the Five of Wands. There was some kind of weird competition, conflict, you know. But this person was, I think, they are in love with you and they were in love with you. But for some reason, they hid that, okay? But they're coming towards you now. Maybe this full moon is going to trigger this person to make the move, to finally move forward, okay? And to reach out and reconnect. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's you, Gem. That's pretty good. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer. Cancer, I believe Jupiter has just gone into your sign, so you're in for a period of good luck, okay? Jupiter spends about a year in every sign. Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Cancer? What's the message for Cancer? Full moon in Sagittarius, message for Cancer. What's the message here for Cancer? We've got Love's Embrace, and we've got Beyond Words at the bottom of that deck. Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like someone who wants to get close to you, Cancer, okay? Beyond Words, it sounds like it's a very deep connection, but I also think maybe you're not talking to this person. Okay, maybe you guys are not talking. Let's see, what is the message here for Cancer? Full moon in Sag, what's the message for Cancer? Oh gosh, that's 3. Got the Chalice, the Fire, and Love, okay? So the Chalice is my Ace of Cups, okay? With Fire, it says reckless actions lead to conflict. Now again, it feels like it may be, you know, it's a bit similar to the Gemini energy where somebody may have done something recklessly here, but there is true love here, okay? And I think this person wishes to reconnect. Yeah, it says water emotions are at their peak. So you're not talking to this person, but I feel like there is a very deep connection here. It's deeply felt. This person is very emotional about you. Okay. Okay. And I feel like they want to reconnect. There is love here, true love maybe. Um, okay, so let's see. What is the message here for Cancer? Full moon in Sagittarius, energy for Cancer. Full moon in Sag, energy for Cancer. Nine of Swords, the Magician, and the Two of Coins with the moon. The full moon, okay, and you're also ruled by the moon, Cancer. That's your ruler, right? With the Nine of Swords, there's anxiety here. We've got that word, emotions are at their peak. I think this person is missing you. They're feeling guilty. They're feeling anxious. With the Magician, I think this person did something, okay? That reckless action, they could have done something recklessly. And they may even have taken some kind of reckless decision, okay, that they now regret. Okay, and as a result, you're not talking. Let's look at this Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords there for Cancer? Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Wow. Ooh, someone here could be in a commitment, okay, Cancer. Oh gosh, I hope, are you in a commitment with this person? Oh, okay. Let's look at the Magician. There's a Magician there. Nine of Wands. And you've got Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. It's possible, I mean, if you're in a commitment with this person, then they may have done something reckless, okay? But I feel this may also be the energy of someone who wants a commitment with you. They want to move quickly towards making some kind of commitment, like you're coming up as a Queen of Pentacles. This person wants to be the King of Pentacles, okay? They want to partner up. Let's look at the Two of Coins. Yeah, the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. I think they held back from you in the past, right? That was the decision they made to not go for this. Maybe you extended a cup to them and they held back, something of the sort. And this person, I think, is feeling very reckless, is feeling like they did something recklessly here. Okay, let's look at Love's Embrace. What is that there? Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. Yeah, they walked away from this. They walked away. There was true love here, but this person left your connection. Okay, let's look at Reckless. Why is there fire there? The World, yeah, they ended this, okay, quite recklessly. But with that Wheel of Fortune, it tells me it was fated, okay, this ending was fated. I mean, maybe this person had to go through some kind of karmic lesson or something, but this ending was fated. They acted very recklessly. They brought your relationship to a close. Although there was true love here, they left this behind. And yeah, I think it's teaching this person a lesson. Okay, let's look. Why is the Hierophant there for Cancer? The Nine of Wands. And one more. The Ten of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Oh gosh, is this someone? Jeez. For some of you, where this person wants a commitment with you, I think they're not giving up on this, okay? There was an ending. They ended this with you. They could see you now as being quite detached in this Queen of Swords energy, right? Much more questioning of them, much more detached. Okay, they hurt you, they know that. Let's look at this King of Pentacles. The King of Cups, and one more. Two of Wands, and one more. Page of Swords. Yeah, I think this person has learned a lesson, as I said, right? They've learned that they do love you and that they left true love behind, okay? They did something reckless. They brought your connection to an end. And it's been a fated lesson for this person. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at that Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles again. So this person didn't give you much, okay? They were stingy with their time, their love, their affection. Yeah, and I think they had to learn this lesson to be more giving. Okay, for some of you, this person had to learn to be more giving. They really didn't give you much, and maybe they needed to learn that they need to reciprocate properly, right? If they want a proper relationship. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. But I mean, this person with this Knight of Pentacles energy is very slow, so this could take a while. But right now, it seems like they're in this energy where they are very stressed and regretful of whatever they've done here. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Okay, Leo, what's the message of the full moon in Sag for you? What's the message? Full moon in Sagittarius. Sag is a fire sign, just like you. Okay, so it's going to trine your sun. What is the full moon in Sagittarius bringing up for Leo? What's the message here for Leo? We've got a loving gaze. Okay. Oh, and we've got physical attraction, which is a little rude, so I'm not going to show that card. Loving gaze. Okay. So someone's looking at you with a very loving gaze, Leo. Or this could be you towards someone else. What's the message here for Leo? We've got Earth, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. And one more. What is the message for Leo? The Wolf. Oh my gosh, beware who you trust. Oosh. And we've got the Oracle. Okay, seek wisdom and guidance. So there's someone here, Leo, who is professing feelings. I feel that loving gaze, they're making all the moves, right, to show you that they love you. They're very physically attracted. With this Earth, though, you're being asked to not get carried away, okay, to think about this. Because with the Wolf, there may be, maybe this person is not trustworthy, okay. Okay, let's see. What is the message for Leo? Full moon in Sag message. Full moon in Sagittarius. What's the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? Full moon in Sag. Nine of Coins. Eight of Coins. And one more. The Priestess with Justice. So someone wants to come towards you, Leo. Okay. I feel this is you here with this Nine of Coins energy. You're independent. You're very visibly enjoying your single life. Okay. With this Eight of Coins, maybe you're just focused on work even. With the Priestess here, I feel there's been silence between you and this person, and it's also urging you to use your intuition here, right? When this person maybe comes towards you, okay? Yeah, because someone's not trustworthy here, okay? So let's see. Actually, let me get a card on that loving gaze. What is that about? Why is the loving gaze there for Leo? Why is the loving gaze there for Leo? Ooh, got the Ace of Swords. Okay. This person may communicate. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Swords beneath this. So it's urging you to be discerning here, Leo. Okay. And not to get carried away with your emotions. To ask questions, to utilize common sense and reason, right? Like, why is this person reaching out? Why are they communicating? What do they want? You know, if this is someone who treated you poorly in the past, then maybe ask yourself, especially with this loving gaze, they may be kind of love bombing you, right? Ask yourself why. Yeah, let's look at this Nine of Coins. There's a Nine of Coins there for Leo. King of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Someone sees you, you know. Someone sees you this way, just perfect. And with this King of Wands and the Ten of Cups, they could want to partner up with you, okay? Because we do have Justice here at the bottom of the deck. Someone could be coming towards you, professing love. Maybe even someone you're very attracted to, okay? Let's look at the Eight of Coins. King of Swords. And what is this? Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So I think there's a need to be very clear thinking here. Now, it's interesting because in this card it says seek wisdom and guidance from elders. The King of Swords can be a legal, it can be like a lawyer. Okay, so maybe you're being asked to seek advice from this person. You know, you could be concerned. There could be worries here, okay? With the Six of Wands, you know, maybe concerns about how this is going to play out, okay? You're being asked to seek advice from this person, I think. Could be legal advice, especially if someone comes towards you with an offer of marriage. I think you're really being asked to seek legal advice here, okay? Why is the Priestess there? Two of Wands. Like, why is this person coming, right? Two of Wands and the Tower, you know? So you're at a crossroads. You're being urged to use your intuition here. We do have the Ten of Wands, okay, at the bottom of the deck. This has the potential to become a pretty gnarly situation for you, I think, if you don't use your intuition here, okay? Because we do have beware who you trust. So don't get carried away, Leo, okay? If, like the passion could be great. You could love this person. And they could be love bombing you as well. But they could be saying all the right things here. But if this person proposes marriage, I think you're being asked to seek legal advice here, okay, to protect yourself. Okay, that's interesting. Let's look at this Ace of Swords. Yeah, Nine of Cups, you know, this is everything you could desire, probably. Yeah, just be careful, though. Let's look at that Wolf. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is going to offer you maybe a proposal, okay? Be very careful here. Oh, yeah, with Justice, definitely a proposal. If it's in the realm of work and you're like independent, someone could want to partner up with you, okay? Seek legal advice. Even if it seems like a dream partnership and you think, gosh, they are so much more successful than I am, right? But still seek legal advice because, you know, things are not as they seem here. Let's look at this King of Swords. Yeah, the Hermit reversed with the Knight of Wands, you know. You could go off your path here, okay? You could do something reckless with this Knight of Wands energy, which is why you need to consult this person so that you don't do anything reckless, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Let's look at the Tower. Six of Swords reversed. Yeah, this may even be someone who left you, who's trying to reconnect, okay? Love bombing you. See, with that Four of Cups, they may even have been disinterested in the past. And they could be returning love bombing, okay? And you need to ask yourself, why is that? Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. So remember, don't get carried away. Seek legal advice. Okay, so that's Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. There. Okay, Virgo. Just have a sip. I didn't sleep much last night. Whenever it's a full moon, I think your sleep is always disrupted. Okay, so yeah, just do bear with me if I'm a little slow today. But yeah, what is Virgo? Let's look at the full moon in Sag energy for Virgo. Full moon in Sagittarius for Virgo. What's the message for here for Virgo? Jealousy and possessiveness. And we've got the charm of simplicity. Okay. Virgo, you've got someone trying to hold on to you. Okay. Really jealous and possessive. Okay. With the charm of simplicity as the underlying energy, I feel like you want something simpler, like maybe you're tired of this jealous, possessive person. Okay, let's see. What is the energy here for Virgo? What's the message here for Virgo? Full moon in Sag. The satyr, revelry and indulgence. And one more. Oof, Medusa, jealousy again. With the wizard, use your skills. Okay, so I think Virgo, you want something simpler. Okay, you're tired of this person. This looks very toxic. Honestly, it's giving me a very like a devil energy vibe straight off, because it's, this person is very jealous, very possessive. You got the jealousy card twice, and with that revelry and indulgence, I think they're yeah, this person overindulges in all sorts of things. Okay, that's what I feel. And they just can't, this card, I mean, I can't show it to you, but this guy is like clinging to this person. Okay, it's like not letting them go. So I feel like this person cannot bear the thought of letting you go here. Okay. Yeah, very, very, very jealous individual. And it's very toxic. And I think you're tired of it. Okay. You're tired. You want something simpler, easier. This person is not easy. Okay. Okay, what is the message here for Virgo? The Empress, Two of Swords, and Death. With the Eight of Spears. Yeah, you want to move on from this person. Okay. Towards an Empress opportunity. Okay. With this Two of Swords, though, you're not sure. Okay. How to end this. Because I think you really have to end this with this person, Let me tell you, an Empress, if this, for many of you, this would represent a person. This sort of person is not going to deal with this sort of energy. Okay. So you would definitely have to end this relationship, this thing, whatever it is here, in order to have this Empress. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this Empress energy. Oh, let's look at the Empress. Why is the Empress there for Virgo? Temperance and the World. Yeah, you want a new a period, Virgo, with this Empress. Okay, but things are calm with Temperance and the World. You just want peace and calm. You're tired of the drama here. This is someone who loves drama. Okay. Very toxic person. I mean, yeah, they do seem toxic because there's just too much of jealousy, possessiveness, and clinging on to you for all the wrong reasons as well. That's what I feel. Let's look at the Two of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. So you're hanging on to a situation, okay, you're not sure, you know, how to end this maybe with this person. Could be someone you're in some kind of long-term relationship with, okay? And now you want to be with this Empress energy. Yeah, there's a lot of toxicity. Let's look at Death. Why is that there? What is this? Seven of Pentacles reversed and one more. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to give up on this, you know, you just want to be happy. You're wondering how to do that. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed, it's not even something you're thinking about. You're done here. Okay, you want to start something new, but you're not sure how to break it to this person because it's like they're literally clinging on to you, you know, as you try to leave. Maybe even blocking your exit, you know, it feels like that. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let me get a card on this jealousy and possessiveness. Why is this person so jealous? Why is the jealousy and possessiveness here for Virgo? Yeah, Judgment, Two of Wands. This person's had a realization that you are thinking of going away, okay? That you are focused somewhere else, that you're not, that you're sort of done with them. They know that, okay? They've had that awakening and they don't want you to go off anywhere else, you know? It's like they can see you're at a crossroads and they're determined to keep you with them, okay? Yeah, they're determined to keep you there. Let's look at the Satyr. Why is the Satyr there? Seven of Cups. See, it's a lot of, you know, that revelry and indulgence and the Seven of Cups. It's a lot of, gosh, feels like greed as well, you know, like a lot of greed, a lot of overindulgence. Yeah. Maybe you have, you've catered to this person in some capacity for quite a while. Maybe, you know, with this Ten of Pentacles, you provided money, okay, or you provide stability, and they just cannot let you go. That's what I'm getting, okay? Okay, so let's look at Temperance. Where is Temperance there? Yeah, you need to make this decision here. I mean, I think you have made it, okay? You made the decision that you want this Empress energy. Why is the World there? King of Cups. Yeah, you're in love with somebody else, okay, who is much calmer and better for you with that Empress. Now let's look at this Three of Cups. Two of Wands, Page of Swords. You know, you're at a crossroads. You don't know how to tell this person. Maybe this person is heavily embedded in your friends group as well, okay? So like, if this is an ex-partner or partner, then they, you know, you have a lot of mutual friends, right? And you're not sure how to tell this person that you want to move on. That's what I'm, you know, because the Ten of Pentacles, that's a completion energy. You feel like you're done here. Let's look at that Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, the Hierophant. You're giving up on this. I think this is someone you were in a commitment with at some point, okay? You're done there. Let's look at Judgment here. Page of Cups. Yeah, they know, right, that you're planning to go towards this Empress. This person knows, okay? And they're jealous as hell. So, yeah. So that's what I got for you, Virgo, okay? You are being urged to stay the course, though, and go for the Empress energy, because that is the path to happiness for you, okay? It's not with this person. This is just really toxic. Okay, so let's move on to Libra. Full moon in Sag. What's the energy here for Libra? Or what's the message for Libra? Full moon in Sagittarius. We've got the Game of Love and we've got Sweet Surrender. Ooh, okay. Libra. Sounds like someone wants to chase. And maybe someone else wants to surrender. Let's see. What is the message here for Libra? Full moon in Sag. What's the message for Libra? What is this? We've got water. Emotions are at their peak. And the Chalice, which is my Ace of Cups. And we've got the Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe Libra, if this is you who's chasing someone, okay, you know, you're just very emotional here, okay, you want this Ace of Cups opportunity. Maybe, you know, you're imagining that this person will surrender to you, though. I mean, maybe they won't, okay, maybe they won't be that receptive. I'm not sure. Let's see. What is the message here for Libra? Libra, what's the message here for Libra? Two of Cups. Ooh, what is this? Three of Pentacles reversed and one more. Seven of Spears. Yeah, I think you're determined to make this work. We've got the King of Coins reversed. So it feels like maybe a lack of commitment. Okay, someone could be, yeah, some sort of lack of commitment here. There is love though. Okay, someone's in love here. There is love here. With this Three of Coins reversed, it feels like It almost feels like someone is trying to oppose this with the Seven of Spears, fighting off this lack of cooperation, maybe because of someone, so someone's not cooperating because they're in love, and it feels like maybe someone else is trying to fight this off, okay, like try to prevent this. Because with this game of love, it feels very much like a chase. But with this chimera here, it tells me that there's something that you're not seeing, and we have the King of Coins reversed, which is also a false appearance, right? And a lack of commitment. Okay, so let's see. What is this about? There's a Two of Cups here for Libra. There's a Two of Cups here for Libra. The Hierophant. Eight of Coins. Someone's focused on a commitment, okay, with someone that they're in love with. This King of Pentacles, okay. So that's what I feel, Libra. I feel like now, place yourself wherever, but it feels like there's someone here who is trying to get a commitment from someone who is not ready to commit to them because they're already in love with someone else and they're focused on that, okay. Let's look at the Three of Coins reversed. Five of Swords. And one more. Page of Wands, yeah. This is making them very bitter that this person that they want to sort of be with is focused on someone else, wants to commit somewhere else. Let's look at the Seven of Spears, Ten of Wands, and Temperance. Yeah, I think Libra, it feels like this. Now, it feels like this may be someone that you are in a commitment with, okay? They're done here with the Ten of Wands and Temperance, and you're resisting this ending. You're resisting the ending. This person is not willing to commit to you, okay? Or this could be you, right? You could be this King of Coins reversed, whatever. But there's someone here who's trying to force someone to commit to them, and that person's not interested. They're focused on another commitment, okay? Which is why with this chimera, you can't force this person to commit. Yeah, they're already focused elsewhere. Let's look at that Hierophant. Yeah, Queen of Cups reversed. You know what? There's emotional manipulation maybe here, okay? There's a Hierophant there for Libra. Yeah, Queen of Cups reversed with Justice, Emotional manipulation around a commitment, okay? But the thing is, this person's already focused elsewhere. Let's look at this Five of Swords. Why is that there? Queen of Pentacles. See, they're very bitter, okay? They're bitter about a spouse or an ex-spouse. Let's look at Temperance. Yeah, the Devil. They're determined to fight this, they're determined to fight this. Let's look at, maybe this person is used to chasing you, Libra, okay? If this is someone else's energy, then this person may have been used to chasing you. You may always have given in to them in the past, right? Maybe this was a person you were in a commitment with, but now you're focused on true love somewhere else, and this person can't handle that, okay? They can't handle it. With the Devil, it feels like, they want to keep hold of you, okay? Yeah. Let's look at this Game of Love. Why is that there? Yeah, see, Nine of Spears reversed and Strength in the reverse. This person needs to bring down your defenses, okay? With Strength in the reversed, they don't want you to resist them. They want you to bring down your guard. This is someone who likes the chase, who likes to, yeah, like a conquest energy, okay? Okay, now let's look at Chimera. Why is that there? Why is the Chimera there for Libra? Page of Swords. See, they're not seeing the truth. They're not learning the truth. The truth is that this person is not interested. Okay, that's what I'm getting. They're already in love with someone else and want to commit there. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Libra. Let's move on to who's next? Sag. Oh no, sorry, Scorpio. Okay, so that's the message for Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. What is the message of this full moon in Sag for Scorpio? What's the message here for Scorpio? Full moon in Sagittarius, message for Scorpio. Full moon in Sag, message for Scorpio. Jealousy and possessiveness again, and we've got joy and jubilation. Okay. So are you dealing with a Virgo, Scorpio? Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Scorpio? Full moon in Sag, message for Scorpio. Hindrance and one more. Okay. And we've got the Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. Ooh, okay. So with jealousy and possessiveness, we've got hindrance and the Raven. Okay, so someone's very possessive here. Okay, could be you, Scorpio, could be someone else about you. This person feels like fate has blocked this, or yeah, they feel that there's some obstacle in their way of them getting what they want, and they think that if they don't get what they want, then it's going to be very hard times for them. Okay, and so with the Serpent, there's a lot of thought going into this. With joy and jubilation, it feels like again a reconciliation of sorts. Okay, feels like a reconciliation of sorts. Okay, let's see. What is the message? So someone wants to reconcile, I feel, okay, or get together with you. They're planning this. There's a lot of jealousy here and possessiveness. And maybe that's what blocked this in the past. Like maybe you found this person just too jealous and difficult to deal with. Let's see. What is the message here for Scorpio? The Emperor. Page of Swords. And the Nine of Swords with the Devil. See, that's that energy. Okay. So someone here has learned something about this Emperor energy with the Page of Swords. Okay, they've been watching. They've learned something about this Emperor, and it's filling them with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. That's that darkness. Whatever they have learned is feeling like a block. Okay, I think this person is very jealous of this Emperor. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's the message here for Scorpio? What is the message? Why is the Emperor here for Scorpio? The Moon and the Hierophant. Yeah, there's a lot of fear. Okay, maybe regarding a commitment. Scorpio, this could be, if you're the masculine, if you're this Emperor energy, someone is uncertain, right? If you're still committed to them. With the Seven of Cups is confusion. Let's look at this Page of Swords. Where is that there? Six of Swords. And one more. The Magician. Yeah. This person has learned something, okay, Scorpio. Maybe that you want to move on, right? And they're trying to figure out how to manipulate you with that Magician energy, okay? Because there's a lot of fear around a commitment that you have, or maybe a commitment that you wish to make, okay, if you're not already in a commitment with this person. But they do plan to manipulate you in some way. We've got that sly and subtle approach as well, okay? Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Where's that there? Justice. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they're very worried, okay, that you might commit to someone else, that you might legally get married. Okay, so this could be someone who is dependent on you financially, okay, and they're very possessive of you as a result. Now, it doesn't have to be someone in a love relationship. It could even be a parent or someone who's dependent on you, who doesn't want to see you move on, okay? For some, I mean, that could be. But there's anxiety around a commitment, and I think this person is trying to figure out how to manipulate the situation. Now, let's see. Let's look at the Moon. But for many of you, this could be an ex-partner or something like that, okay? Or someone you're estranged from. Let's look at the Moon. Where's the Moon there for Scorpio? Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I think, you know what? I'm getting that this Emperor is done focusing on the past. They're now future focused. And there is a fear for this person that they're no longer focused on them, okay? That they're going ahead, maybe to commit to someone else. Let's look at the Hierophant. Why is that there? Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. You know, they're not interested in doing anything with this person who's jealous and possessive. Let's look at the Six of Swords. Yeah, Seven of Wands. They want to, you know, this person wants to block this Emperor from moving on. They're determined to try to block them. Let's look at the Magician. Whoosh. Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, with Justice. You know, they're trying to block this person, maybe from committing to someone else. Okay, there's a lot of energy and focus going into this. How to make this happen? How to block this person? How to prevent this change? You know, let's look at Justice here. Yeah, Queen of Wands. They're worried that they're going to marry someone else. Okay, this Queen of Wands energy. Leaving them financially broke. Okay, with that Five of Pentacles. I do feel this person is more concerned about the money than anything else. Like this Emperor's been providing for them, and they feel that if they marry someone else, then they'll be left deprived. Okay, financially maybe. That's what I'm feeling. Let's look at that hindrance. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. See, a spouse would be a hindrance. That's what I'm getting, okay? Let's look at jealousy and possessiveness. Why is that there for Scorpio? Three of Cups. Yeah, there's someone else here. And the fact that this Emperor wants to commit, maybe even marry with this Three of Cups, is filling this person with a lot of jealousy, you know? So as I said, it could even be a parent, okay? For some of you, or some other kind of relative who's dependent on this Emperor and doesn't want to see them marry. Let's look at that Ace of Swords. Yeah, the Devil, see? They're very clear that they want to try to trap this person, stop them from moving on. Yeesh. You might be dealing with a Virgo because it actually is very similar to the Virgo reading, okay? Okay. So that was Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sag, what is the message here? Now this full moon is going to be conjunct your sun sign, okay, Sag. What is the full moon in Sag bringing up for Sagittarius? Full moon in Sagittarius. What's the energy for Sagittarius? We've got unrequited desire and longing and desire. So there's someone here who you could be longing for, Sag, okay? With this unrequited, though, it feels like you never got with this person. Or they could be fantasizing about you, but there's a lot of longing, okay? Maybe both of you are longing. What is the message here for Sagittarius? What is the message for Sag? The Maiden, and one more. The Green Man. Okay, and we've got Air, seek a union of mind and spirit. So yeah, someone wants to get with you, okay? There's a lot of longing and desire. It's not someone you've been with because we've got unrequited here. With the Maiden, a new relationship blossoms and the forces of nature favor you. So I think it feels like this is almost meant to happen, okay? This new romance is meant to happen. With this Air here, it feels like this is the right person. Okay. Or someone could feel that way, but yeah, it all looks very positive. Let's see. What is the message here for Sag? Message of this full moon for Sag. Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. What's the message here for Sagittarius? And the Ace of Spears with the Hanged Man. So someone sees this differently, okay? They feel, with the Hanged Man as the underlying energy, it feels like something that may have been hanging about for quite a while. You know, like, I feel like this longing and desire, maybe the two of you have longed for each other for quite a while. Nothing's happened, okay? Nothing's happened here. With the Five of Cups, there's regret, maybe, that this was a missed opportunity. Regretting maybe an end, okay? And wanting to reignite the spark, you know, there is passion here. Okay, so let's see. Why did it end though? Let's see. Could be that someone was also focused on their past, okay, and is only now ready to start something. Let's see. Why is the Five of Cups there for Sag? King of Cups, the Knight of Wands. So this person is missing you, Sag. Okay, they are in love with this King of Cups. With the Knight of Wands, they may be prone to doing something impulsively, but I think this is also your energy. Okay, I mean, because Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius card, right? This person loves you and they're missing you. Let's look at the Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and one more, Ten of Wands. Yeah. Maybe they have to end something else here, okay? Some other painful period in their life has to end. They're thinking about doing this because they really want to be with you. But they know that they can't bring all this baggage into this relationship because it's a new romance, right? They can't bring that old baggage, okay? So this person is thinking about how to... Maybe they're patiently waiting as well to be done with this, other thing. Let's look at the Ace of Spears, Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So this person is now fired up. Okay, they're single, or they see the need to be single. Okay, so that they can come towards you. There is a lot of longing here. Okay. Let us get a card from here for unrequited desire. Why is that there? Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, this person left your connection. Okay. I don't think you were ever with them. But maybe there was an attraction, but they walked away, okay? So they, you never got to explore this connection, okay? But I feel that this green man, forces of nature favor you. It feels like now is the time, okay? Feels like now's the time, okay? So let's see. Why is this Knight of Wands there? The Knight of Cups. They want to come towards you. They want to offer up a cup here. This person is really missing you. Let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Yeah, see, there was love here. Oh, with the sun beneath it. Wow. So there was some... I think this person recognizes that they can be happy with you, Sag. Okay, with the sun and the Two of Cups. But they need to end everything else. I think for them to be happy, they also know they have to let go of this past baggage, whatever it is. Let's look at this Queen of Swords. Ooh, it's too many. Let's see. What is this? Six of Pentacles, Strength, Four of Cups, the Empress. I think this person knows that how they feel about you, but with Strength, I almost feel like they are holding themselves back from coming towards you at the moment, okay? Maybe they feel that you might reject them, okay? For some of you, they may be worried that you're going to reject them. But for others, I feel maybe because they have this baggage attached and they would need to end that. And so they're longing for you, but they're not able to come to you right now. Let's look at this longing and desire. Why is that there for Sag? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. This is you, right? This person is longing for you. Okay. Let's look at the Ten of Wands. There's a Ten of Wands there. The Queen of Wands. Yeah. This is you, Sag, the Queen of Wands. Okay. This person has to get rid of their baggage of the past. That's what I'm getting. And they know that. So they're holding back till they can finish, they can wrap that up. Okay. So that's what I've got for you. Yeah, but this is someone who is longing for you. And there is love here as well. So this could be a promising new relationship. For those of you who are single. Okay, and let's move on to Capricorn. What is the message here for Capricorn? Full moon in Sag. What's the message for Capricorn? We've got taking the plunge and joy and jubilation. Nice. Some of you getting married. Wow. Okay. What is the message for Capricorn? What's the message here for Capricorn? We've got the Chalice and the Unicorn. Wow. Capricorn, this is great energy. Okay. With the stars, a long journey brings reward. So somebody, it feels like a marriage, honestly, something to celebrate. It's about taking the plunge, going deeper, committing, right? With the chalice and the unicorn, there's a chance for true love. It comes with a lot of good luck and friendship as well, okay? Yeah, it sounds like a great opportunity. Okay. What is the message here for Capricorn? What is the message for Capricorn? 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the Hanged Man with the 5 of Swords. Now this energy is very different from this energy, okay? So someone could be a bit conflicted here. We do have the 5 of Swords, right? Conflicted, a bit bitter, okay? There's regret. There is love here though. We have that opportunity for love. It's mutual. And with this Hanged Man, maybe someone feels differently about this now. Ooh, okay. I'm going to get a card on this taking the plunge. Why is taking the plunge there? 7 of Coins. Yeah, someone's thinking about this. Thinking about this Empress energy, okay? Which could be you, Capricorn. Now let's look at this 5 of Cups. Why is that there for Capricorn? Why is the 5 of Cups here for Capricorn? 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Ooh. So someone they know they're hurting family here, okay, and there's regret for that. They're at a crossroads. They want to take the plunge with this Empress opportunity, you know. Yeah, let's look at the 2 of Cups. Why is that there? Oh, what is these two? 8 of Coins and the 5 of Swords. There's a lot of focus here on bitterness, okay, with the 8 of Coins and the 5 of Swords. It feels like being very focused on bitterness because of this 2 of Cups. Let's look at the Hanged Man. 6 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So I feel this is someone who is leaving maybe some kind of family dynamic to be with someone else, and there's the people that they're leaving behind are very bitter, okay? Maybe the ex-spouse is bitter, something of the sort. With this Hanged Man, they feel that yeah, it feels like leaving a position that was successful, okay? Okay. It's a little confusing. Let's see. And it's possible that the person who's bitter is the one who's thinking about what to do about this. Okay, the fact that someone else, their partner maybe has gone off to take a plunge with someone else. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, it could be something of the sort. Let's look at this 5 of Swords. The Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. Now, Capricorn, if you're focused on someone else that you're in love with, then what is this? Yeah, you know, there's bitterness about that, okay, that you're focused on this new person. Whoever you're leaving behind is very, very bitter. That's what I'm getting, very bitter, okay? They know that you have someone else that you want to commit to, maybe. With this good fortune, I can't help feeling like it's almost like a power couple energy, or it's this 2 of Cups would be, I don't know, something like you know, like it feels like this person, whoever's committing, that couple would occupy like a high society or a high position of some sort, and this other person would have to leave that position, okay? I feel like that, like for some of you, status is involved, you know, like this is an ex-partner who feels they'd have to leave something that was high status. Let's look at that 8 of Cups. What is the Eight of Cups there? Yeah, the King of Swords, you know. Legally, I feel they'd have to leave something, okay, that was high status for them. Now, and that's making them very bitter. There is heartbreak here. But I feel they're being urged to see the situation differently as well, right? Yeah. Let's look at the devil. Why is the devil there for Capricorn? Nine of Cups, yeah. The fact that somebody else wants this Two of Cups, that they want to commit or they want this new relationship, it's filling this person with a lot of dread, okay? Let's look at the Three of Swords. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Somebody's being left out here. That's what I feel. And whoever's being left out is feeling very bitter, okay? Okay, understandable. But I think they're being urged to look at it differently, right? It's never good to sit in that very bitter energy. Let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles there? Justice. Yeah, someone's thinking, their partner's thinking of committing to someone else. Didn't someone else have a reading like this? I can't remember who. Yeah. But it feels like like it's going to be a high profile kind of thing as well. That's what I'm getting. Well, I mean, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this, but if this is you that's feeling bitter, then I think you're being urged to try to move beyond that, okay? I mean, it will take time, of course, but it's just not a good energy to be in. You can't manifest anything, right? Positive from a place of bitterness. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. What is the message here for Aquarius? What's the message? What is the message here for Aquarius? Full moon in Sag, message for Aquarius. We've got jealousy and possessiveness again, and a loving gaze. Wow, okay. So someone is very possessive and jealous. Okay. Aquarius, what's going on here? What's the message for Aquarius? Full moon in Sag, what's the message here for Aquarius? We've got the Oracle, and one more. We've got the Shield, wow, okay. And the Satyr, okay. Someone could be love bombing again, okay, Aquarius. This person could be very jealous, possessive. You're being urged to seek advice here, okay, in dealing with this person. With the Shield, you are safe from harm. For some of you, I mean, if you have a very jealous, possessive person, you may need to physically keep yourself safe as well, okay, in which case you're being urged to take advice. For at least somebody, I got that message, okay, like maybe even from the police or whatever, you may need to take advice here. Because someone's very, with this, you are safe from harm. It feels like this kind of jealousy is something that could potentially be quite harmful. Okay, let's see. Like this person could act out. That's not for everyone, but it might be for someone. Okay, what is the message here for Aquarius? The World reversed. Three of Coins and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this may be somebody that you've been in a commitment with, Aquarius, okay? You want to move on, but I feel with this World reverse, they're not letting you go. They won't let you close the cycle. They just won't let you go, okay? They want you to keep dealing with them. This is someone who wants you to keep dealing with them. With this Nine of Spears, this person is stubbornly hanging on to you, okay? They're very possessive. Yeah. Oh gosh, what is... And with that loving gaze, I mean, I don't know. Let me get a card on that, actually. Why is the loving gaze there? Strength, yeah. Maybe you're in love with someone else, Aquarius, and this person is, you may need to show some strength here, okay, in going for who it is you love, because this person is trying to hold you back. With the Five of Wands, there's conflict. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what I feel, you know, and for some of you, I do feel like maybe just for one or two of you, this person might actually get physical, okay? If you already know that this person is prone to bad temper, flare-ups, and they can get physical, then you really are being urged to protect yourself here, okay? Okay, what's the message for Aquarius? Why is the world in reverse there? Oh, ooh, that's too many. I'm just going to take these two. What is this? Five of Cups and the King of Swords, Aquarius. Here you are. Okay. I think you regret getting involved with this person, to be honest, and you want to be done with it, okay? But they won't let you end it. This person will not let you end it. Let's look at the Three of Coins. Justice and the Page of Cups, yeah. They want you to keep giving to them legally as well, dealing with them legally, okay? Why is the Nine of Spears here? Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. With the Knight of Wands. So this person is trying to hang on, okay, to you. I think they've learned that you are in love with someone else, or that you want to move towards someone else, you know, with that loving gaze. They're trying to stop you, frankly, from moving towards someone that you may be in love with, Aquarius, okay? Yeah, they're trying to stop you. Let's look at this. Let's look at this Five of Cups. There's a Five of Cups there for Aquarius. Page of Swords, yeah. Whatever this person has learned has filled them with dread, okay? They don't want to let you go, though. I'm pretty clear of that. Let's look at this King of Swords. Yeah, Six of Cups. This person wants to hold on to you, okay? Maybe even an ex or something, but they're not letting you go. You know, they're not letting you go. You're done. You're not emotional about this person at all. You would like to end it with them. You want to move on, but they won't let you go. Let's look at Justice. The Hierophant, yeah, maybe it's someone you're in a commitment with, okay, or you have some kind of obligations to them. Let's look at this Knight of Swords. Page of Wands, yeah, they've heard from someone, maybe, that you wish to move towards someone else, okay, that there's someone else in the picture, and boy, are they going to block you, okay, with that Seven of Wands. They are going to try and block you. Yeah, seek advice, Aquarius. That's what you're being urged to do here, okay? If this person thinks they can block you, well, they won't be able to. You need to just get the relevant advice, okay? Let's look at this jealousy and possessiveness. Page of Spears. Yeah, they're jealous that you wish to start something, you know. There's anxiety around this. Let me get a card on the Shield. Why is that there? The Sun. For some of you, I feel with the Sun and the Shield here, you're being, you know, this transparency will protect you, okay? Illuminating the situation will protect you. So for example, I mean, for those couple of people who might be dealing with some kind of abusive partner, okay, don't try to keep it hidden. With the Sun, make it public, okay? Tell the police or whoever, and that will help you. That will help keep you safe. And for the rest of you, it's not that extreme, but you are being urged to illuminate the situation, okay? And then you can go towards your happiness because you are safe and you will be happy, okay? This person cannot stop you. That's what I'm getting. They won't be able to stop you. They might slow you down. They might throw some legal hurdles in your way, but they can't stop you, okay? Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. Now, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what is the message here? What's the message for Pisces? Full moon in Sag. What's the message here for Pisces? What is the message here for Pisces? gosh, are you kidding me? We got jealousy and possessiveness again. And we got love's embrace. Oh my gosh. Is everyone jealous and possessive? Jeez. Okay, let's get a couple of cards from here. What is the message for Pisces? Full moon and Sag. Message for Pisces. What is the message here for Pisces? Chimera. And one more. The Knight. And we got Caduceus. Okay. So Pisces, you could be hearing something, okay? I mean, this could be you or whatever, or this is someone else hearing this about you, but you could be hearing something with this love's embrace. It's about coming together with somebody. There is, whatever you hear could be fueling some jealousy, okay? Now, this is interesting because we've got the Knight, triumph over adversity. But we've also got the Chimera, which imagination clouds your judgment. So it's, I mean, for some, it is possible that you want to fight this, or you whatever you hear is filling you with jealousy, okay? And for some of you, it could be something in your imagination, like you could be just imagining it. For others, it could be that you are trying to do something here to get with someone, and you think you're going to win them, but that's just, that's a chimera, okay? That's not real. So let's see which way this goes. What is the message here for Pisces? Oh, Emperor flipped out. I'm going to take that one. Two more. What's the message here for Pisces? 9 of Wands. King of Wands with strength. Okay, so there's someone here, this Emperor energy. With the 9 of Spears, it feels like this person is holding their position, okay, with strength as well. And the 9 of Spears, they're just holding their position. They're refraining from taking action. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I think someone wants to be with this Emperor. Let's look at the Emperor. Why is the Emperor there for Pisces? King of Swords. Oh, sorry, Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this Emperor is bringing some news, maybe that something's changing. Okay, there's some change here. Let's look at the 9 of Spears. Oh my gosh, the Moon and the Hierophant. Okay. This person is hanging on to their commitment, Pisces. It looks like, okay, now for some of you, you could be the person in a commitment with them. Yeah, they're thinking of hanging on to their commitment. They're trying to fix that. Okay, let's look at the King of Spears. 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. They were thinking of becoming single, but they're holding their position now. They're not doing that. They're refraining from doing that, okay? And they're refraining from taking action, okay? Maybe towards you, if you're the feminine here, Pisces, okay? It does look third party-ish because we've got someone in a commitment. They're hanging on to that, and they relayed the news of this change that they're hanging on to their commitment. That's what I'm getting. And this is making someone else feel very jealous and possessive, okay? It could be whoever's a third party here who's feeling jealous and possessive. Let's look at that. Why is jealousy and possessiveness there for Pisces? 3 of Swords. Yeah, it is a third party, okay? With the 4 of Pentacles, the fact that this Emperor is holding back is breaking someone's heart and making them jealous. Now let's look at this Chimera. Why is the Chimera there? Yeah, the Devil, okay? Let's look at the Knight. 8 of Cups, yeah. I think we've got someone here who thinks that this Emperor will leave their commitment, okay? That's the Chimera here. This Devil energy that is clouding your judgment, making you think this person is going to leave, okay? That you can successfully make them leave. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen because this person is still hanging on to their commitment, you know? Okay, let's see. Why is this Knight of Swords there? What is the message here for Pisces? And I think this was very similar to the last reading as well, Pisces. Maybe that was, I can't remember, just the last reading that came out. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Why is that there? 4 of Wands, yeah. They've said something about their home life. Nine of Pentacles. When it comes to being single from their home life, okay, let's look at this Wheel of Fortune. Five of Swords. They're conflicted about this change. Okay, I think they've conveyed that they're not sure. Let's look at the Moon. What is this? High Priestess reversed and the Hermit. So this person is hanging on to commitment, and obviously this other dalliance is being hidden in that commitment, okay? With this High Priestess reversed, the High Priestess typically can represent the other woman or the other man, whatever, but the other party. And I feel this person is, this Emperor is focused on this, okay? And it's like they want to be done with this, okay, with that High Priestess reversed. Let's look at the Hierophant. Yeah, the Chariot reversed. Why is a Hierophant there? And Death, yeah. So where they were thinking of ending their commitment, they've had a change of heart, okay? With the Chariot reversed and Death, they're no longer doing this. They're no longer going down that path. They've had a change of, it feels like someone who got into a third party, a masculine energy. And then, with the intention of leaving their commitment, but it feels like they are now conflicted, okay? Maybe now that the time is here, they're conflicted. And so they told this third party that they can't do this. And it's making that person very jealous, very upset. Let's look at that Seven of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Why is the Seven of Pentacles there for Pisces? Five of Cups. Yeah, I think this person is thinking that they might regret this, Maybe they slowly started to figure out that this third party is very jealous. I mean, it's possible, okay? And that, that this may not be the best thing for them. Yeah, so I feel like if you're the third party here, Pisces, then this notion that you may have this obsession to pull this person away from their commitment, I feel that's not destined to succeed, okay? Sorry, I've just got a bad cold from nowhere. Yeah, it might not be destined to succeed because I feel this Emperor is really hanging on to their commitment here. Let's look at the High Priestess reversed. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. I think there's a need to recognize this, okay, that this person is not following through. Pisces, you're intuitive, but you may not be listening to your intuition now, right? Because this jealousy is clouding it. There's a need to recognize this for what it is. With the Devil, I feel this was a sexual entanglement, okay? And this person has no, absolutely no, gosh, what's the word? Why can't I come up with the word? They're not going to leave their commitment, basically. That's what it is, okay? They have no intention. Gosh, I just couldn't get that word. They have no intention of leaving their commitment. So I think it's a need to recognize and see this for what it is, okay? Yeah, that's what I got for you, Pisces. Okay. And for some of you, I mean, you might be in a marriage with this person who has cheated, and the third party is having this realization, okay? Okay. So that's that. That is Pisces. Let's move on to who's next? Aries, right? Aries. What is the message here for Aries? Full moon in Sag. What's the message for Aries? Full moon in Sagittarius. What's the message for Aries? Uninhibited and released and body positive. Jeez. Okay, definitely can't show these pictures, okay? They're quite risky, okay? So let's see, what's the message here for Aries? Ooh, Aries, jeez. What's the message for Aries? The Golem, a close friend acts on your behalf. And one more. The Oracle. Okay. Ooh. Gosh. I'm going to get a card on this because it's I'm not sure how the friend is going to help with you being uninhibited and and released here. Let's see, why is this uninhibited and released there for Aries? The Magician. Some of you want to be single. Okay, we do have the 9 of coins here. So some of you are trying to become single, Aries. You just want to pursue casual relationships. Okay, I'm getting that. Explore sexuality, you know, that kind of thing. Like maybe you're tired of being in a commitment, or you don't want monogamy or whatever. It feels like exploring sex, okay, and you want to do that, but this close friend acts on your behalf. Oh boy, let's get a card on that. Why is the golem there? 4 of Swords. You may need to think about this, okay? Maybe a friend could advise you. You know, you can see in this card, the friend is, or someone's working on this person. Maybe a friend could help you, okay? Yeah, with the Page of Swords, maybe tell you some truths about going down this path, okay? Let's look at the Oracle. The King of Cups. So you're advised to seek advice on your feelings, okay? It's like you may be tempted to go down a path of just sexual stuff, okay? And you're being urged to maybe listen to your heart, listen to feelings. If there's someone here you have feelings for, then maybe you're being urged to go down that path, okay? Instead of this other option of, you know, which feels a bit like debauchery, honestly. Let's look at, ooh, Aries, spicy. What's the message here for Aries? What's the message of this full moon in Sag for Aries? 7 of Coins, 3 of Spears, and one more. 5 of Spears. Yeah, I think you're bored, Aries. Some of you are bored, okay? You're being urged to think about this, though. You're considering your future here, right? And I feel with this 5 of Spears, I think you do want to move on from wherever you are, okay? Yeah. You see some kind of competition in your future. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see. Well, maybe you think people won't support this new lifestyle. Okay, it could be that. Let's look at the 7 of Coins. For Aries, where is that there? 9 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles, yeah. You need to think about this, okay, Aries. Stop and think, hold back from taking any kind of action here, right? With the Hanged Man as well, it's about putting yourself in a time out while you think about things, okay? Why is the 3 of Spears here? 5 of Swords and the Emperor. Now here you are. When it comes to your future, you're conflicted, Aries, okay? I think you have feelings for someone, but maybe you also feel like you just want to go off and explore something more sexual with other people or something of the sort, okay? Let's look at this 5 of Spears. What is this? The 2 of Coins and one more. Yeah. When it comes to giving love to people, right, or who do you want to be with, it feels like, you know, I can't help thinking that it feels like a lot of people in the mix, you know? Yeah. Maybe you see a lot of people in your future, like you don't want to commit to just one person, okay? Something like that, but you're being urged to think about it before you go down this route. Let's look at that Magician. Let us look at the Magician. Okay. Where's the Magician there for Aries? 2 of Wands. You're at crossroads, okay? You need to think carefully about what it is you want to do here. With the 9 of Cups, it's overindulgence, you know. Overindulgence with lots of people. That's what I'm getting, okay? Think about this, Aries, because if you have someone you're in love with, they might not give this a go, okay, if you go down this path. Let's look at that Four of Swords. Where's the Four of Swords there? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. It's about putting in the work and, and working on something that maybe you've been in a relationship for a while. It's about focusing on that maybe. Let's look at the King of Cups. Knight of Swords. Listen to your heart, listen to your feelings, okay? Don't get carried away with just desire. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at this Nine of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you have a spouse, okay? And you want to maybe ditch that person. But I think you're being urged to hold on to that position, okay? Don't do anything reckless. Let's look at the Emperor. Seven of Swords. Ooh. Where's the Emperor there? Justice. Ooh, Aries, some of you are conflicted about the future, okay? You could be fooling yourself as well about what the right course of action is here. Let's look at that Five of Swords. Yeah, Three of Swords reversed and Judgment reversed. You could be conflicted. You could make a wrong decision here, okay? One that's painful. With the Seven of Cups, going out to explore your options is likely to lead to a lot of pain. It's the wrong decision. If you're bored in your marriage, maybe you can sort that out, okay, with therapy or something. For some of you, it could even be about taking therapy here with this golem. It says ask a friend, but it could be a therapist or someone. Working on that side of things instead of going off and seeking it elsewhere. That could be a wrong move, okay. Let's look at that dragon. Where's that there? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think you need to recognize that maybe you have something good here, Aries, okay? And for some of you, I think you're just bored. You're bored in your commitment. Maybe it's sexually really dry. And so you want to go off and explore, but I think with the Seven of Swords, you're fooling yourself as well, okay? You're being urged to maybe hang on to the spouse who could be a very loyal partner. And then maybe get some help, like maybe, yeah, like I said, get some advice on spicing things up. Because I think you're going to make a wrong decision here. Let's look at this Judgment reversed. King of Wands. Yeah, if you take action, I think it's a wrong thing, okay? It is the wrong thing. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Where's the Seven of Swords there? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to think about this, right? It's to stop and think, because you are fooling yourself here, okay? You have a happy home life with this Ten of Cups. Don't just throw it away, That's what I've got for you. But I think I'm talking to a more masculine energy here, okay? Okay, Aries, that's you. Let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, and that's the last one. And then I need to upload this. Hopefully I can get it out today. Okay, what is the message for Taurus? Full moon in Sag. What's the message here for Taurus? What is the message here for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? Got the Warrior of Love and a Loving Gaze. So Taurus, is this you? Okay. Sounds like someone again going for a bit of a chase. Okay. The Warrior of Love means to pursue, pursue their goal, pursue their person. Someone's got their eye on you, Taurus, and they're coming for you. Okay. Or this could be you. What is the message for Taurus? Yeah, we've got the Maid and a new relationship. And one more. We've got the Seer, follow your intuition. And we've got true love and fidelity. So, wow. Okay. So, someone wants to fight for this. Okay. It's a new romance. They want to go for it. Um, Maybe they're following their intuition and the intuition is telling them that this is true love. Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Taurus? Full moon in Sag. What's the message for Taurus? What's the message here for Taurus? Three of Swords. Ooh, Three of Swords. What's the message here for Taurus? Five of Coins. What's the message for Taurus? And the Ace of Swords with the King of Cups. So someone's in love here, okay? Oh gosh. So I feel they want to pursue some sort of new relationship with this King of Cups. There is heartbreak here. It feels like maybe a third party with this Three of Swords. Someone's being left out, okay, with the Five of Coins. And they're very clear that they want to do this. Okay, gosh. Okay. What is happening here? What's going on for Taurus? Let's look at that Warrior of Love. Why is that there? Justice. Someone feels it's the right thing, you know? Okay, let's see. Why is the Three of Swords there? Eight of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. So they walked away. They're not putting in any effort, or they want to do this. Okay, they want to walk away. It's going to hurt someone. Let's look at this Five of Coins, Nine of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. So they're hanging back from giving to someone, okay, and effectively leaving that person out in the cold. It feels like maybe they are withholding from somebody. Okay, let's look at the Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Tower. Okay, with the Ten of Cups, yeah, I do think this is a third party. Okay, okay, let's look at that loving gaze. What is that? Seven of Swords. Yeah. Maybe Taurus, you're rushing towards a new relationship, or someone, you know, could be, it's someone who has partnered up, okay, and there's a need to follow your intuition about this relationship. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, there's some amount of, there's actual deception here because it's being hidden from the family. But there's also self-deception here, okay? And you need to listen to your intuition. Like with this true love and fidelity, maybe you already have this, okay? And you're thinking that it's with this third party, but it's not, okay? Something like that. Let's see. What is the message here for Taurus? Let's look at that Seven of Swords. Two of Wands. You're at a crossroads here. And you're thinking about things. You're focused on change, okay? On something new, a new relationship. Now let's look at this Eight of Cups. The Hermit. Yeah, you're looking at, you know, this is Virgo energy, okay? But you could be, someone's focused on walking away, causing some heartbreak here. Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, going towards a new opportunity, okay? Let's look at that Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles there? The King of Cups. Let's look at this Tower. It's Nine of Swords. And Page of Swords reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. So it sounds like an energy that is conflicted here about bringing about a tower. There's stress, there's guilt. This person is actively deceiving their family, right? Yeah. Let me see, what is this? What are they holding back from? Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not sure maybe, okay, about moving towards a third party. They may love this third party, but they're unsure about moving towards them. Why is that Two of Swords there? Yeah, they're not sure if they should take action towards this third party. Okay. Let's get a card on this. What is it? Let's get a card actually on this new relationship. Why is the Maiden there? Why is the Maiden there? Five of Spears. There's a lot of conflict. Why is the Maiden there? With the Hierophant. Here you are. You could be conflicted. This could even be internal conflict, okay, over this new relationship, Taurus, and you're taking a time out. You're not sure if you want to do this, if you want to fight for this with that Warrior of Love, because it would mean a divorce, okay, that's what I'm getting. Let's look at the Seer. Three of Wands. Yeah, when it comes to what your future is going to be like, use your intuition here, okay. Because you're expecting that it's going to be great, okay, with the Six of Coins. There may be something you're not seeing here clearly. There's something you're not seeing. Some of you are determined to leave a commitment, okay? You are secretly focused on leaving. Although there is stress regarding speaking up about this, okay? But you are clear that you want to leave. Let's look at that Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, the Star reversed. And one more. The Ace of Swords. Oh, for some of you, I'm getting that you are telling this third party that you no longer want to fight for this, okay? And there's conflicts with that person, okay, who you're in the new relationship with. Yeah. Let's look at it. And some of you feel that you've been too, like reckless. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. Nine of Swords, sorry. The Devil. Yeah, you're anxious about this third party entanglement. Because I think some of you realize that you have true love at home, Taurus, okay? Or in your commitment. And yeah, I think you're not sure if you want to fight for this third party. Like, you're not sure if you want to go down that road. Let's look at the Warrior again. Yeah, you're not sure if you want to go and be with this third party, you know. With the Knight of Swords reversed, you're not telling them though, okay? Some of you are not speaking up about it. You're not telling this third party. Maybe you're worried about this conflict, okay? That like they could start a fight or something. You're worried about the drama. Yeah, some of you have used your intuition regarding this and you know that this is not the road you want to go down, okay? But I think you're also not speaking up with that Seven of Swords. The truth is not necessarily being, put out there, okay? Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Taurus. I mean, if you got involved with a third party and you don't plan to go down that road with them, then you should let them know. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've got for you, and let's move on to. Oh well, we're done, right? Because we started with Gemini. Wow. Okay, so that was long. I've got to try and upload this now. I do hope you enjoyed it. I will timestamp it. As always, I'd appreciate any comments, any feedback, anything you have to say. And do hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel. And I'll see you next time.